Fun decides to attack you.
Alright,
She's getting mad
before
at me. She's
okay, it was DTBking. Ah, that's a fucking
DT.
tongue twister.
No, it's not DTBking.
Right.
Yeah, I always get the like the tongue twister.
Although I do apologize, I did say DBZ King at one point.
Yeah,
A lot of people thought the DTB came from a band. What I forgot what band it was, but it was a horde band on top of that. But like, no one thought to think it's just my initials.
I didn't think of it until you John told me.
Devontae Trey.
Yep.
Something.
Alright, so next.
Devontae Trey Bradshaw.
Hmm.
That's a long ass name, man.
I actually have a second last name because I'm part Dominican, but it's my legal name is only DTB. It's actually DTBS, Devontae Trey Bradshaw Santiago.
Damn.
Whip.
Alright,
I'd
so
rather the DTB, shorter.
Yep.
Or D. Hey,
The
D.
reason I kept
It's so deep.
bitches love the D.
Sure.
alright then. You're ready, Nick?
I've been recording for a while.
Oh. you don't even tell me.
Do not take the bitches love the D out. That is possible.
That's how we're gonna start it. Bitches love the D. Hey guys, what is going on?
Alright then, hey there guys, what is going on? Here's another podcast of the Skype show, and today we're doing an interview with none other the mighty king, the Lord himself, DTBking.
What am I even
Bitches
here
love
for?
the D.
What am I even here? Why am I here?
But I'm pretty sure all of you know him as Trey. So, what up, Trey?
Not too much. Relaxing.
Good.
Chilling out, maxing all cool.
Yeah.
Well, a couple
And
shooting
as you
b-ball
know,
outside of school.
Is that a joke because I'm from Philly?
Is I'm done.
we have Nick, Kylie, and John joining us.
I'm done.
Anyways, let's continue the interview. First thing, one of the first questions, some people have asked you. The common question is, what's does DTB King B stand for?
You got it right the first time, so.
No, I didn't want to say King because
The DTB is actually the initials. My government name initials. Devontae Trey Bradshaw. Trey is actually just shortened for Trey. And I didn't want to put DTBS, which is my full name, because like it's less catchy, and my name is somewhat of a rip of who was my favorite editor at that time, RJC95. Since he only used 3 letters, I only wanted to use 3 letters.
And since that's his government name, he's gonna have to kill us all. Since he told us that, you're not gonna see this video air, but
Oh, I see Nick has returned. Welcome back.
Alright.
Fucking shit.
Alright, any of you guys have other questions to ask him before
What
Nick does.
Hi. What actually what got you started in the whole thing? Like
I know.
In editing, I'll actually tell you the truth. The first editing video I ever saw was like way back in 07.
Mhm.
It was a Broly AMV on a site called Daily Motion, and like I can't remember his name, but I can't remember his editor name, I should say, but he's a prominent editor on YouTube still. I think if he's still active, and it turns out I met him later on, and he became a fan of mine, but I did not know that he made the video after becoming a fan of me. So like, basically, I made the person who inspired me to edit a fan of mine without even knowing that he still edited.
But that felt nice last
Huh.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty.
yeah, it is interesting.
It's a lot better than mine.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, matter of fact, editing is the only reason I even got into rock music. If not for editing, I would not know anything about rock, because I was obsessed with nothing but hip hop my whole life until then.
Yeah.
Shit.
The majority of fruit oil will give you like oh, we just saw a video, basic common stuff, blah blah blah. But
Sorry.
it's always good to hear more just in that.
Mm-hmm. And I appreciate a lot more genres of music now because of editing. Like, it broadened my horizon.
Kylie or John or Nick, do you have any more questions or?
Yeah, John has nothing to say.
I'm pretty sure Kylie had a question. I'm just saying.
Oh, did Kylie have a question?
I think he had a question.
Oh, snap. Well, to dig into this brain of mine.
Fuck.
What was that
John
for?
is despicable.
God damn.
Fucking goddamn it, Kylie.
John is still despicable.
Fucking John.
Yes.
Hey, how's that game of LOL?
I'm dying. I'm losing. I'm getting just distracted.
You're not even.
Okay, I think I got. So,
Yeah.
like, you're officially done with editing AMVs, right?
No.
Officially done, no. I can't say, like, I keep saying I'm gonna retire, but I'll put it like this. Even to this day, I still have inspirations.
It's just a very long kind of hiatus.
Yeah, it's like, I won't even say it's a long hiatus. I'll just say that I no longer feel pressured to keep up with the expectation. Like, it's to the point, I've gotten to the point of where I don't really get rusty because I still edit like live action videos. So like the mechanics of editing will never really leave me. It's just so much as finding the motivation to edit because I'm always going to have the inspiration just out of creativity.
Yeah.
It's more that he likes to take a long break every time he makes a video. It's not because he's not really trying to impress people. He's trying to mainly do it for his own pleasure.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to push myself. Like, mainly every video I've put out, like since they've been like a year apart lately, every video I've put out, I've been making the conscious effort to be okay. I want to do something that I never did before, so it at least looks better than the last one did in comparison. Like the last four full-length AMVs were nothing like each other. Like in the way that they were done. Like the Fade Into My Dreams Bleach AMV was probably my best Bleach AMV ever, and it was something completely different than any other Bleach AMV. Like I sort of took elements of DBZ videos, like the way that they would make a fake fight and like make it look animated together that was never done in Bleach before, and I sort of brought it into that, and I brought it into that source.
I still
Yeah,
get
2
confused on
years
that
ago.
video. I still get
2
confused on
years.
that video.
Yeah, basically I took a lot of people still don't understand the whole concept of the video, but like basically I took the concepts of episodes 124 through 126 of Bleach where he was revisiting his old enemies, like to sort of master his hollow transformation, and instead of making it to master his hollow transformation, it's more like the haunting of the people he's already defeated in his mind. Like basically like they said, like he never really wants to beat his enemy, so he never really puts forth his 100% full power. Like they said that to Ichigo in one of the episodes, and I'm like, if he still doesn't want to kill, then that means he has regrets about every fight he had. What would it be like if they actually haunted him in a manifestation mentally? That's why I made it into a dream sequence, like just like in episodes 124 and 126. When he woke up, he beat him again, but it's still like in the back of his head, I didn't want to destroy these people.
So like
I can see that.
I'm still shocked John put in any input at all. I'm just saying.
Huh?
What?
What?
Huh?
Honestly, a lot of people, honestly, like that was like the best battle I ever had. Like that was the most fun I ever had in a battle, and I used to be nothing but a beta battle editor, like for like the first 2 years of me editing. So like that was the best battle I ever had by far. And
It's
a lot
definitely
of a lot of people undersold John. John's AMV was incredible.
Which one did he do again?
the Helsing one, right?
Yeah, he did the Helsing video back in the
I did
That's probably why I didn't really watch it at all.
his video. That video was incredible. Like, cause I put it like this: that video made me want to watch Helsing punch it back.
But all honestly, like, I mean, I started talking to you first before I actually watched any of your videos. And the first video I actually ever saw was the Crash one with the Vegeta and Goku tribute, the friendship, I guess.
Ah, yes. Crash and Burn.
Yeah.
Like that was basically like just a twist on the generic Goku and Vegeta fighting never end. Basically taking it like they were fighting the whole time, revisiting all their battles together, and they ended up still trying to beat each other to the end, but they realized that there was no way one of them was going to beat the other. Like, instead of one being better than the other, they figured out that they were equals. It was a waste of time.
To be fair, Bulma would win a fight against both of them. Just saying.
Bulma would win a fight against Vegeta.
And Chi-Chi will win a fight against Goku.
Yes.
Chi-Chi would win a fight against Goku.
Yes.
Goku beat Chi-Chi in a fight before though. He didn't mean to, but he threw her through a house.
Oh yeah,
I
that was
remember
like
that.
one of
Whoops,
the old.
accidental. Just
I mean, it was
Yes,
kind
it-
of on purpose, but he didn't mean to.
Imagine if Goku was still acted like a full-blooded Saiyan. She probably would have still been flying to this day after he hit her.
She would have gotten used to it by
that
now.
video was 3 years ago. So.
Oh, he crashed was from 09. And wait, no, that's almost 4 years now. Because
Yeah,
I put,
almost.
Damn.
wait a minute, I put
It was
that,
June 2009.
yeah, June 1st. It's coming up on his 40th birthday.
Ah,
Damn.
oh, good deal.
Another question. Since you said you,
Hello?
Now,
what is the
No question.
Oh, there you are.
for
There you are.
what's the motivation to get? Is it you watching your old videos or something like this, a different style, or like you want to top that next the previous video and top it off, go to another level, or do you watch like your favorite editors, or you know?
I guess it's daring to be different. It's daring to be different. Like if you look back in the older ages of editing, like in 08, 07, there weren't too many people that looked alike. You could sort of distinctly tell who was who, even if they didn't have their name on it. Now everybody sort of has a cut and dry style. Everyone is sort of generic. Like back then, like we sort of, our generation, like of the 09, 08 editors, sort of made that sort of hard cut style that they do now, and they don't even really do it right. So we basically set them up for failure by not daring to be different. Now I'm daring to be different to try to sort of break that cycle.
And how do you feel when, like, for example, if you tell them, I'm pretty sure you've gotten this, or you have, or still get it when you tell them, oh, try something new, this and that, but they get upset because I've said that before, and they just got like all over my ass, you know, started calling me scrub, etc. I'm like, I just leave it there. I don't want to continue. But do you get that when you tell them, oh, you know, probably try something new, etc.?
I think it just becomes part of the territory. Like a lot of people will not admit something is good until they see somebody else do it. Like I can get away with doing things that no one else has done before just off the strength of my name. A lot of people won't accept it until they see somebody big do it. Like say you did something original but nobody noticed that you did it. Then I took it and copied it, and they think I created it. They would run with it. But if they noticed it in your video before I did it, they'd say there was something wrong with it.
Yeah, they will tell you, oh, this and that. Cause I've done something like that before with John, the collab. What was it? The Happy Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got, what was it, Sean. He just like said, oh, we stole that from same thing, same style of editing from DW. But in reality, I kept on bringing Mudvayne. No one wanted to edit them at all.
Oh, you introduced a new band.
Yeah, I introduced how you introduced Seven Dust. No one really knew about them until you kept on editing them.
I'll tell you the truth. I didn't introduce Seven Dust like completely. It was, I'll put it like this. I liked Seven Dust, but I didn't know Seven Dust was that good until I saw like a 10-minute beta that DW only put up for 10 minutes. He only put a 10-second video of Disease, and he's like, if someone can find a high-def version of this song, it would be greatly appreciated, but I'm not telling you the name of the song. I noticed the voice. I'm like, I've heard that somewhere before. Then I heard Enemies. Then I went back and listened to Enemies again. I'm like, oh, so it's Seven Dust. I went back and got the whole Seasons and Alpha album. I was hooked after that. So like, I can't say that I introduced Seven Dust, because like, DW was the one who actually put me on Seven Dust to like want to edit more of it. But I guess I'm the one who made it popular. Is what you're mean.
I guess we can say that because it's like
Fade Into My Dreams changed a lot of people's minds about Seven Dust.
Yeah, because editing could change a lot into like music. You know, some people think, oh, you know, like for example, how I was saying no one liked Mudvayne, and then until I guess someone better than myself and John DW brought it, you know, people started liking more Mudvayne. Just oh, they're so hardcore, etc. And then
The assholes.
It's there's a lot of bandwagon hopping in editing. I noticed that a lot too. Like,
Yeah.
I put it like this, like, Video Noob. He's undercover one of my biggest fans. He'll never say it publicly, but he announced it to me. Like, you might want to cut this out. Like, you can leave it in if you want to, but
That'll be Ivan's decision.
he came.
I will respect your decision. So
If you want to keep it in, you can or whatever. Like, you can leave out that I said he was one of my biggest fans. But he came to me and said that I was his favorite editor of that time. Like, as soon as I came out with Crashed and Burned and Behind the Mask, when I put those 2 videos out, he said I was his new favorite editor. But as good as VN is, he's really like the only thing that he does different than the only thing he was doing differently than DW at the time is that he was good at masking. Other than that, everything that DW did, VN did, and DW was just as good as him at it. VN just had the name to go along with it because he had so many people backing him that were veterans like Riz, and DW didn't have that support. So DW, like, VN could drop a vid today, like on his new account, Dos Monty Nublit, and it could probably do like, and he's probably the only editor I could say that's in the action genre of editing that can pull off like 100,000 views. He's the only editor that can do that, but DW can put out a video that's twice as good as VN's now, because I believe that DW has surpassed VN now. DW put out a video twice as good as anything VN has ever done, and he won't break 20,000.
it's mainly because my honest opinion is that people still like that type of editing style, and they think it's the best of blah blah this and that,
I'll give them the credit on this. That style is hard to do it wrong. Like, to me, that style is safe. You know what I mean? That's my biggest problem about just Flash editors. It's safe. It's hard to fuck it up because, like, it's so simple. You know what I mean? Like, you can have a flawless transition in there. Like, and it's all about just picking a scene that matches. It's very safe. It's hard to go wrong. No one can object to it to say that it's lame, no one can object to it being bad other than the fact that it gets boring and repetitive. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with the style and there's no way to make it go wrong. So, like, but as far as creativity, beauty, any emotional things, like something that really gives you replay value, it lacks in that area. That's the biggest problem with it. So, like, people thinking that's the best style, technically it's the easiest to emulate, and it's the one with the least failure rate. But you know what I mean? Like, it's the easiest to do and be good at.
Well, that's why, in a way, I kind of like try to drift it away from that editing, because the same way it was way too simple, like how you said. I kind of wanted to try out new things in a way, but the main reason I don't get it, why still. I don't understand why, but I want to ask you, in your opinion, why did a lot of people think that I was like trying to replicate DW back then when he was using mainly the colors, the flow? He actually had a better flow than me, and when I was just in the flash for it.
I honestly believe that your style more closely resembled RJC, because even though you guys did use the flashes or whatnot, you had that roughness, that aggression. RJC used the flash style similar to DW, but his was so much more aggressive. Like, you felt more impact from him. Like, DW's it did have a better flow, but as far as, like, it was sort of empty. His style was like his style back then was just like a slight notch above the general editor now. You know what I mean? Yours still had raw aggression into it, and you weren't using flashes until after I mentioned that you resemble RJC. Because I remember telling you that in like 2009, right when I started to come out.
Yeah. The question is right here is why is it that you said you try to focus, your favorite editor was RJC? You even told me before that you were trying to actually become one like similar to him. So why did you kind of, in a way, drifted away from his style?
Because I noticed one thing. As an artist, even as a musical artist, I noticed one thing. You'll never make a name for yourself living in someone else's shadow. I figured out how to do just about everything that RJC did, but then I noticed that, okay, if I'm gonna restrain myself to just one style, then I can only be as good as him. I'm gonna be waiting on him to do something new for me to figure out something new. being like, because that's really what me and RJC both did. We were both nothing but rippers. Like everything that we did, we learned from watching someone else because we were good at imitating people. But then I thought, if I can only be as good as the person before me, that means whoever likes me isn't even going to be as good as the person that I looked up to. Meaning editing is just going to continually get worse. I have to move away from everybody else in order to stimulate something to change. Like I figured if I didn't do something different, it was just gonna start slowly go down like it has now. Like there's very few of us that did do anything to stand in the light. There's a couple of us that still stood out amongst us, like Ryoki 93. He was one of the most original editors out at that time. Gamertag. He's one of the best original ones out. He's the one who inspired DW's new style that made him improve slightly. You know what I mean? When he improved, he was watching Gamertag and whatnot. So like I felt like you have to branch out, create a new lane. Like if action editing is what everybody wants to be into, it's because that means there's too many action editors now. We need to get into something different. That's why I started getting into more emo editing. Like I started using slower songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in a way, so when you guys edited both together, did the collabs, was that like a motivation for you to try something new every time? Because in a way, you guys tried something similar both. When I saw you guys' collabs, as for some sense of security in that collab, I saw the resemblance of you guys both trying to be like kind of alike. But in a way, I also saw that you were trying to drift away from him in a way so you can stand out. So is it the more times you guys collab, did you feel like you wanted to stand out more than him, or?
You mean me and RJC or me and my brother Lozo?
RJC.
As far as RJC, like back then at that time it was like me and RJC were both battle editors at that time. So like when we collabed together, like when we were just a battle at first, I was just doing whatever I could, just like, okay, what are they not expecting? So like I was purposely trying to be different on that one. As far as the collab, I still wanted to have my own identity in it, but I was purposely trying to, okay, let me do what I know he would do.
Okay.
So like when we collabed, yes, I was purposely meshing mine with his. I made the song cut and everything. Like he chose the song, I did the cut. Then we decided which animes we should do, and I told him I feel like his best editing came from Naruto. Like me and DW both said his best editing came from Naruto. So it's like, okay, I'll use Naruto. I'm like, let me use Bleach then. So like, and I purposely did what I thought he would do with Bleach, because like that was before he actually made his first Bleach video, I believe. Yeah, so like, yeah, I was purposely trying to mesh with him, but I still wanted them to notice that it was me.
That was you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sounds reasonable in a way, yes.
So kind of drifting away from editing for a moment, what are you currently doing?
Travel, music, a lot of music, writing, like musical writing and manga. Actually, I'm actually planning on making a fanfic DBZ story.
That's cool. Have you already gotten your somewhat like of a plot of you what you want, or?
I have the thesis and the plot. As far I don't want to spoil the plot, because like the plot takes it way away from DBZ. You won't even recognize it after like the first 10 episodes. But the thesis is this: say Shinron didn't have the limitation on how many people he could bring back when you made the wish. And they said, I wish back everyone that Frieza and his henchmen destroyed. That would have also brought back Planet Vegeta. That means that everybody from Planet Vegeta, all the Saiyans were back, and they all knew that going to Earth had a direct correlation with people becoming Super Saiyans. So all the strongest Saiyans were getting sent to Earth. Now, hundreds of years later, Saiyans are their own race, like blacks, Mexicans, whites. They're their own race on planet Earth, living with humans like it's normal now. And Super Saiyans are sort of like a common thing, like 1 in every 10 is a Super Saiyan now. That's the thesis of the fan fiction. It's called Blood Limit.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
I'm actually looking forward to
Interesting.
that. That's actually,
No, that's
That's
interesting.
that is actually a lot different. Could come up with a bunch of other.
I wanted to do something like when I wanted to do it, I didn't want to use the characters that were already there. for the main fact that okay, there's only so much you can do with somebody else's characters. You know what I mean? Like you're sort of putting a limitation on yourself again. Like that's the reason I still wanted to use sayings, but I wanted to take it in my own direction. Like I said, I won't spoil the whole plot until like I really have it underway. The main character is directly related to Vegeta. That's the main character is directly related to Vegeta. Now Vegeta is just his last name, and he actually has a full name, Kaijito Vegeta Glory. Like that's the main character's name, and he resembles Vegeta facially, but he has hair more similar to Goku's. It's laying down on one side and coming up, like you know how Gohan's hair was when he first came out of the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that, but with Vegeta's face.
Shit.
You got Nick jizzing on over there.
I'm still surprised John was putting in so much input.
Oh.
John is one of my closest editing friends. I'm not surprised that he had a lot to say.
Yeah, because you still, and even myself, still, we still idolize you, respect you a lot.
I appreciate
Even
you.
even if like, if you still don't like, if but I guess like 5 or 7 years later, you say, you call it quits, we're still gonna respect you, because you were one of those few editors that gave us, that hope, to get better.
Yeah, that's why in a way I kind of drifted away from like the how you said. I as well drifted away from the RJC style of editing. It's because the reason is because I saw you drift away from, and I noticed because you also told me that you you were inspired by him as well, and by me I know I was inspired by him a lot as well. No one else really. I try to mainly focus on his editing, but and I saw you drift in a way as well. So what I try to do is you saw in one of I always asked you like, oh, how do you do the maskings, and how do you, if it's fine if I can rip you? And you always told me, yeah, that's fine. That's why in some of my newer videos for Bleach, I actually look at your older videos and see your maskings. I actually try to replicate them. For example, in my Dead Memories video for the GX tournament, I ripped that like 7-second mask, which I just cut it down to 4 seconds instead.
Dead Memories was a great bit. Yes, because I remember beta testing it back when you were trying to put it in the Grand Prix. I remember that. That was an incredible AMV, and the ending of it blew me away that you actually incorporated some of the newer episodes. But like in general, I knew that was going to be a great vid when I first saw it.
It's really hard to actually do something really good with some newer episodes as well, because it's since the newer episodes look kind of different and more animated in a way for the Bleach.
The frame rate is faster. I noticed that they took it from 24 frames to 29 frames, so it's like a more fluid movement. On top of that, with the way that the aspect ratio of it is altered, so like editing it alongside with the older episodes is kind of awkward. So like the fact that me and you both were editing the first 200 episodes for so long, trying to incorporate, like if I tried to use the new episodes, I probably failed miserably.
Yeah, that's why in my newer video I actually tried the same thing. I tried to use the newer episodes in a way as well as the fillers, but it's honestly really hard because they have a different feel to it. Like in a way, I get you what you mean.
It's almost like a completely different anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I see that from John or any other Bleach editors, I see like, this one part, it bothers me, but it's not because it's not bad or anything. It's because how it is, the animation, and the aspect ratio. That's that's the only thing that bothers me. Like it doesn't fit here because it's not 4:3, it's 16:9, and it looks so way different. Like just
the only thing I can think to do is fix it is like a forced aspect change. Like sometimes I will re-rent, like if I have episodes that are off aspect ratio, like say I wanted to edit Soul Eater and Bleach together, like in a mixture. What I would do is convert my Bleach episodes from the 4:3 to 16:9, or convert my Soul Eaters from 16:9 to 4:3. Like the compressor I have lets you choose the aspect ratio down to the pixel number. Like, say if I wanted to take most Soul Leader episodes in general are 1280 by 720. If I wanted to, I could convert them to bigger, like to 1080p instead of 720p. But I could also cut the aspect ratio down so it's 1440 1440 by 1080. So like that's what I would usually do to fix it. So like if you actually wanted to edit the old ones along with the new ones, I would suggest you getting the converter and changing the old episodes in the newer episodes into the old aspect ratio, or vice versa.
Yeah,
that would help a lot.
Let's kind of get off topic a little bit more. I mean, off editing again. What made you start your music career? Like, did you already have that in mind before you started editing, or?
Oh yes, like I had been doing music long before I ever discovered editing. I wrote my first rhyme, like musically, my first rap. I wrote my first rap at age 9, and I started taking it seriously around the age of 12. That was when I started like publicly rapping, like not performing, but like battling, rapping on camera for people and whatnot. At 15, I was in studios and whatnot. I had started writing for other people because, like, I was listening to just whatever I could get a hold of. So I was listening to a lot of Cassidy, Nas. I thought it was okay to cuss no matter what. So like, I was writing stuff that was I was writing material that wasn't suit for someone my age to perform. So I was writing songs and selling them to other people. And like during the whole time of me editing, I was doing that. Around the time when I took my first long break from editing, right after I made The Last Uchiha, my first long hiatus.
Love that video, by the way.
That was when I started taking my my career, like my own music as a grown man, seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a question. I don't know if this is personal for you, if you want to keep it personal, but in general, for when you go, say you travel a lot, how is it that if you find someone you care about, how does that manage for you? Is it hard? Is it really easy? Or do you not like it at all?
As far
or
as
are you trying
finding something, like as far as the love interest, like
yeah.
Is it hard for me to find a love interest? No.
Well, like more to keep it, because you travel a lot. You said.
No, it's not. No, it's not difficult at all. Like I'm no stranger to having long distance. I'm no stranger to like long distance relationships. I've done a handful before, and I have no problem going out there to meet them or putting the money up to have them come see me. I've done that on multiple occasions. And as far as the love interest I have, like if it's actual love and not just something that I'm playing around with, generally they understand. Like my type of women in general are the kind that would rather be at home than be on the road with me anyway. So like I have the kind of woman that, okay, I can tell her I'm gonna be in New York doing a show. She'll be in Texas, just at home waiting for me to get back and tell her everything that happened, or send her pictures in like video chat like right before the show or whatever, and they're okay with that. Like that's generally just the type of woman that I attract, someone who understands that I'm working hard in order to secure a future.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta keep following that dream, to succeed and grab that. But what was gonna ask you? Oh yeah, do you have any like your old stuff, like your beginning times of?
Oh shit! Yes, I have the unmentionables on a site. If anybody wants to see DTBking before, this is the DTBking before YouTube. This is before I even had Sony Vegas. If you want to look at my first four AMVs, go to GameTrailers.com and type in DTBking. You will see a video from this. You'll see a video from December 2008. You'll see a video from December 2007 on the 26th. That was my official debut as an editor, and that is still up to date.
Oh, so you started was it 06?
07, December 26th, the day right after Christmas.
I'll be right back.
Because I had never looked at those programs in my computer before, and I'm like, Windows Movie Maker. So I could have been editing this whole time. Like, cause I wanted to edit as soon as I saw the video that got me inspired, and I just never looked at my computer that way. I just started looking through my Windows Office and whatnot. Then I saw Windows Media. Then I saw Windows Movie Maker right beneath it, and I never noticed it there before. And I'm like, how do I get some footage? And I just started ripping other people's AMVs, taking clips as I wanted them, and like rearranging them over music. I had no clue what beat sync was. I just started slapping fight scenes together, and some of them were literally someone holding a camera up watching the television.
So you're like, weren't those like old editors where they had to get their VHS tape and try to get them on their computer? Because I think Mally was one of those editors too when he tried to start editing. He would say that a lot, but how's your career going so far and music? Like, where are you? At your what point are you in?
I'm getting there. I've put out 2 albums, and both of those albums are doing very good to be independent. Like both of them are selling in the thousands, which is way more than I would have ever expected, especially at the point that I started at. I have several free projects. I'm working on a new mixtape, which is a free project that is going to be out at the end of April, called Nasarima Scheming. The joke in that is Nasarima is America backwards. That should be out at the end of April, and I have another album that I'm putting out either at the end of the year or early next year called Vendettas. But I'm also planning on going on tour probably in this summer. On the East Coast, throughout the tri-state on the East Coast, New York, Jersey, Philly, and Connecticut. Don't know exactly when, but I do know it'll probably be in the middle of summer.
Okay, I got a question. Just going back to editing.
Let me just ask him. Can you please link me some of your pages on all that privately on Facebook? That way I can put everything in the description so people can check all their stuff out.
Oh sure, I can send you the links to it on Facebook. John, right?
Yeah. Okay. I got a question. Like, I know you say, how do you still keep up with editing anyways on YouTube, or do you just use YouTube mainly too?
I still watch a couple of vids. I watch vids from either my longtime friends or just people that I still respect whenever they do post something. Because like, I don't check DTBking anymore. I use that solely to post.
Yeah.
And since I haven't used it to post, it's literally been inactive for a year. Because I haven't posted. Because I literally haven't. Actually, no, a little over a year. Because I posted Tears December 29th. So a little over a year now. But yeah, I haven't signed into it since I posted that.
Wow. Okay, just to make sure, I just wanted to clarify that.
If DW dropped a vid, of course I'd watch that. If RJC dropped a vid, I couldn't sign on YouTube fast enough.
Okay, Dick.
I'm sorry. I'm looking through some of the old DTBking. I couldn't find it on game trailers.
Oh, like it should be on GameTrailer.com. Like, cause I know my videos are still up there. Like I checked those like a couple days ago just to laugh at myself and cry.
You said type in what?
Type in GameTrailers.com. Then in the search bar, you can type in DTBking, and I should be showing up there. Like, I'm a pretty high-ranking person on the site, unless they took away my points for being inactive like they did before.
Dude, I think it's gone.
They erased my shit? Oh well.
But I was able to find some stuff on Dailymotion.
Oh yeah, I do have a couple videos on Dailymotion. I do have a couple.
Super Saiyan Blood Plus is quite nice.
Yeah.
I'm liking that.
Oh yeah, like that was sort of like, it was sort of meant to be an intro / outro to my videos, and I never used it. It's also where I got the idea for the name of the fanfic I'm talking about, because I actually have the whole script, like the whole plot written out, the episodes, the fights, the enemies. Like, I have all of that written out, and it's 95 it's 95 different Word documents, all averaging between 4 to 5 pages of text, just dialogue.
Oh, just lost my train of thought. Um,
As always.
see, that's
Something new.
this is why I need to have like my own personal notes when I do these stuff, because I always forget the questions I want to ask and all that.
God damn it, Ivan.
Well, I
But
think
this-
we asked quite a lot.
Yeah.
So, we got some good answers.
Yeah. But do any of you guys want to ask any more questions? Editing, music, or well?
Oh no, you seem
other
no.
than,
It's okay, Ivan. You seem to be going on the right track. You go ahead.
Other than other than editing and music, is there and your manga?
I wasn't serious.
Is there any?
Go ahead.
Is there any other projects you're working on, or is just pretty much it?
Any other projects I graphic design and ghostwrite for people. Like, say if somebody wanted music done, like singing, like song lyrics. I sing as well. I'm just not as good. I'm not gonna say I'm not as good a singer as I'm a rapper. I feel like I'm a far better lyricist than I am a singer. So like I focus on rapping, but I sing as well, and I can write some music. Like, as far as things that I have my hands in, though, also graphic design, and I direct. I also want to get into acting. I want to get into acting.
Well, why do you want to get in acting? It's like,
I'm an all-around entertainer. I like anything that involves not having the spotlight on me so much, but something that just gives somebody something that just puts something that affects people, like whether it makes them laugh, whether it makes them cry, whether it makes them angry, happy. Like I like being able to use creativity to invoke emotion. So like anything I can do to do that. Like I would do stand-up comedy if I wasn't better at freestyling than writing it down beforehand when being funny. The funniest things I do are unexpected. So like me planning it out beforehand lets me know that it probably won't be funny. If I could write jokes as well as I freestyle them, I would do stand-up in a heartbeat.
It's just more like you're more of an entertainer. That's what you like to be. In general. You're just an entertainer.
Yeah, in general, I'd like to do anything that involves creativity. I do. Like before I found music at age 9, I wanted to be a cartoonist. Like this manga idea. I've been wanting to do that before I even wanted to rap. I could draw. I'm a good drawer. Like artist wise, like with actually drawing characters. Like I already have like full on character designs for the characters in the manga, and I had them drawn up when I was like 17.
okay.
Well, getting into a little bit of the videos you've uploaded in the past on at least DTBking, since that's where most people view them on.
2.4 thousand strong.
Yeah. But a few of them, what are there any that you look back on and just say, "Oh my god"?
I'll tell you the truth.
Did I make that?
A lot of people are gonna hate my guts for saying this, but saying Prince. I look at that. That was the first huge video I ever posted. That was the video that got me co-signed by Riz. I look at that like, what the fuck was I thinking for the first 3 minutes of that video? until the last chorus, until the bridge, the part of my soul, like until that bridge hit and it slowed down right before it got into the final action scene. That video was garbage. I don't know what people saw in it. And the only reason that last action scene was so good is because I edited it first. I literally edited that because I thought I was gonna battle DW21 with it.
Wow.
So I literally put my heart and soul into that last minute of the video because I thought I was going into a battle with it. But then DW declined, and I let Dildo beta test it for me back in like January, like when the song first came out, because back then Decipher Down was my favorite band. So like I got that song as soon as it dropped. I even knew that the lead singer had changed from Kylie to the dude named JT Harris. So like when that song came out, I wanted to be the first one to edit it, and I wanted to pick DW apart with it. So like, I edited the bail. I sent it to him. And was like, you should finish this. I'm like, okay. I went ahead and finished it after DW declined and whatever, and it just happened to luck out and be the video that got me on the map. But looking back, I would change everything about it except for the thesis, because that song does fit Vegeta perfectly.
What's it called again? Sam Pride?
It's either Saiyan Pride or it's either Saiyan Pride or Saiyan Prince. I can't remember. Vegeta Saiyan Prince. I think Vegeta Saiyan Prince or Vegeta Saiyan Pride.
Oh.
1 second. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Oh, what the hell?
I'm looking for it, but I can't find it.
Can't find what?
Yeah, video, right?
Look how they're all trying to search for it. On the fly, just, you know, like, fucking, where the fuck is it? Okay, fine. Did he hang up? He
Yeah.
He hung up or
I don't know what happened.
Woohoo!
Okay.
We now have time to think of questions!
No.
No, I mean, I was just gonna ask him another question about editing too, but
Did he say he was gone, or did he just disconnect?
I don't know. I don't know if he disconnected. I don't
Jaden's
call.
quite jealous because he
It looks like...
him.
or at
But
least-
Nico likes him a lot. He's his favorite editor. Nico's.
Who?
This Nico's favorite editor.
The Nico?
Yes.
Yeah, he was...
And Jaden likes him too. Jaden's jealous of him.
Jaden from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, I guess that's it.
Are you talking about the Saiyan Soul
What?
video?
Saying so. I'm looking for it too. So.
What? It's 4 years ago. Did you just didn't tell? I've been on his channel this whole time, so I was just like...
I'm sitting here like, I'm trying to find that
supposed to
damn...
already be on his channel.
I'm sitting here like, Saiyan Prince. I see Dark Saiyan Prince.
I guess that's what it is.
You're a Dark Saiyan Prince.
Aha! My Saiyan Prince is quite dark. No, it's not. It's white. It's quite pale.
Okay.
Doesn't see the light too much.
You know what? I'm glad. Ha! Ha!
So you're trying to find it, like, I see Saiyan Race Studios MEP.
Alright, you call him back.
You guys are being...
Nick.
I'm on it.
Yeah, I sent it.
Aha! She linked it. Good job, Kylie.
So if you
Well,
look
that's what you were looking
to
for.
if you
I
look to
linked
his
it long time.
uploads from 5 years ago, you can see a
Literally
3D
5 years
AMV. Yeah, you can see a 3D AMV titled
It's
"Ugly."
like 4 years ago.
What?
Oh, I
It's
did.
a little over 4 years.
I see 5.
You're... No.
I'm on the YouTubes.
And he's not even here. It's a bubble. And then it's... No. February 2010, 11, 12, and 13.
A lot of the footage being from IGN.com. Fucking-
It's almost like 5 years. So.
You guys.
Now where did Trey go?
January 24th, 2008.
What video are you looking at?
3D AMV, ugly.
Oh, that one? Yeah, he showed me that too.
Oh, that's what you're looking at.
I think he edited that song 3 times? 3 or 2
Yeah.
times?
Quite a few.
Oh, what the hell you were looking at?
It's like the first video he has up there, like he uploaded.
Yeah,
It's so inconsistent.
that was 5 years ago.
It's so inconsistent, but
Like
still
your life.
better than anything Ivan has ever made.
Shut up. Shut up. I mean,
Or
honestly,
John, for that matter.
What?
What?
I'm not even paying attention to you anymore.
John, I was just saying how much you were so much better than that video from 5 years ago.
What?
You are almost
Really?
as good as that video from 5 years ago.
Oh, I don't even know what we're talking about still.
Dude, that's so good on my part.
You know,
Honestly,
I
I'm
don't
just.
think you're gonna be able to cut all this into 10 minutes, though. Just saying.
10 minutes, please.
Oh, what
Or
the
part
hell?
1, part 2.
Yeah.
Are we wanting to keep it at 10 minutes?
Well, it's only because they can only you can only upload.
No, no.
No.
Apparently you have to.
You put
can
in your
give
phone number?
permission. Yeah, you put in your phone number, and then yeah, they give you permission.
Oh, okay.
I didn't notice that until like I saw you can upload more than
Oh,
50
this one.
minutes.
I remember this one.
But I'm just glad he helped me out so much that I actually got my flow down. That I actually told him I want to be one of those like editors that have such amazing flow. Like I want to be
Evan,
known
you're
as
the one who pointed Flow out to me. Because
because
you
of
asked
him.
me to join Intense Flow Studios, and I'm like, what the fuck is Flow? But I'll join. I don't know. I joined the group, but at the time I still used Movie Maker.
You know it
It's
was
fun.
I
Used
forgot
to.
the name of it, but it was Firefly, whatever. That's the
What?
band's name. The one with the was it a mix? No, it wasn't a mix.
Was it
Anime.
Treasure?
Yeah, that was the first video.
No, that I know. Hey, that was the first one you crappy video made for Movie Maker. It was Treasures by um, not Firefly. It's Flyleaf.
Flyleaf, there we go. I'm like, that's the first video I actually ever saw from you. I'm like, caught my attention.
And then
So,
hey, we're doing the studio. I'm like, what's Flow? What is Flow? I don't know what this is. I just edit.
not sure.
I didn't know what any shit was. I just did
Like,
stuff.
yeah, you did check. You know what? I'm just putting this here and there and there.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like the song says this, this clip looks like it fits. Okay. Crossfade that shit. There you go.
You know, that's funny. Everyone did that like at the beginning of their editing
I
career.
put hard cuts and I
Well,
use blurs
with
that
Movie
don't
Maker,
tone
you can't
down
really
at
do
all.
too much but crossfade or hard cut or. I mean, I did learn to add effects later on with Movie Maker.
Alright, so unfortunately,
I mean, I used that
it
shit for
looks
2
like,
years.
Fortunately, it looks like Trey is gone for
Yeah.
the night. Assumably,
Uh,
he might come back later. If he does, we'll start recording again. But for now,
if
that was a
is
good
gonna be-
interview. That was a good first interview.
Actually, it is.
For not having our shit together, Ivan. That was a good first interview.
Blame me.
Blame
Actually, no, you know what? I blame Justin for not being the fuck available, and I blame Casper
yeah.
for being a
'Cause I was
bitch.
here.
No, I love you,
No,
Casper.
if Justin was here and he was asking questions, I'm pretty sure he would have asked a lot of questions, and the interview would have gone, longer. But it doesn't matter. But if Trey doesn't come back, then I guess this is the end of this interview. Or
No.
if he does, then we'll continue recording. But I was gonna ask him, to like,
And what we might do, if he comes back and we somehow don't record, we can always type in the question and type in the answer in the description. So if it's not in the video, make sure to check the description, because you never know what could be there. And
But-
you never know, there could be an icon of a penis, but you don't know unless you check. But thank you guys
But-
for watching.
hopefully he links me all like stuff information so you can check out his stuff, not just his editing but his music and other fan page, etc.
Make sure to like him on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, but nobody uses Google+, because that's shit.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Tune in again next time as we interview
Kylie.
some other faggot.
You just called Kylie a faggot.
I said some other faggot. Maybe we'll interview John. He most fits the description. See you guys then.
Alright, laters.